13 has learned more about the man shot and killed in front of a downtown Memphis hotel. Several sources confirmed the man killed was a 27-year-old Memphis rapper from Raleigh who had recently just got a deal with a record label. Friends say he went by the stage name Sayso P. And Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre explains what else he has learned about the shooting investigation.
The shooting death of a man in front of the Westin Hotel is still shooting shockwaves through the busy entertainment district. Fox 13 did some digging and learned who the man is that sadly lost his life in the middle of the afternoon Saturday is 27-year-old Latorian Hunt. According to sources, Hunt is originally from Raleigh and was known to be an up-and-coming rap artist who had recently signed to a record label with the man who survived the shooting. Well-known Houston rapper Albert Walker Mondane, also known as Sauce Walker, is who survived. Memphis police released information on the shooting investigation. They called the shooting a targeted incident and not a random act of violence. To people who knew Hunt, he didn't live in Memphis and only came to visit his hometown and make quick appearances. According to investigators, a gunman shot Hunt several times while only shooting Mondane once in the leg. Investigators have not released information on the shooters, but confirmed they have identified the car they used to get away in. In downtown Memphis, Jeremy Pierre, Fox 13 News.
Give you a briefing and an update on the investigation that's going on here at the scene that we're at. And it's a senseless shooting that has occurred that has resulted in a homicide. Today at 2:42 p.m., officers from North Main Station responded to a shooting in the 100 block of George W. Lee. When they arrived on the scene, they found two victims that are suffering from gunshot wounds. Our officers immediately started rendering first aid to those victims and called for a fire department ambulance. Unfortunately, one of the victims was pronounced deceased here on the scene. It's an adult male. The second victim, also an adult male, was transported to Regional 1 Hospital, originally in critical condition, and we've been updated to say his condition is now non-critical. We have detectives from the Homicide Bureau and detectives from the Crime Scene Investigation CSI unit here, along with our North Main Station officers. From what they learned in the investigation, this appears to be a targeted shooting incident. The victims were outside by a vehicle. The suspect vehicle pulled up. Multiple people got out of that vehicle, fired shots without engaging in any conversation. They got back into the white vehicle and fled. They fled out of the downtown area in a four-door white vehicle. The Real-Time Crime Center immediately went into action, identifying that vehicle. We do have photographs of that vehicle, and the Real-Time Crime Center has assured us that that vehicle is no longer in the downtown area. We have put out a citywide broadcast to all officers in the city so that they'll be on the lookout for it. Now, as you can see, downtown is safe. We have officers here. You know, at Beale Street, we'll have EDU officers available. We'll have plenty of officers downtown. This was not a random act. All information shared with me leads to this being targeted towards these victims. We did reach out to the victim's family. They are here on the scene. We spoke with them and shared what information we could. Our condolences go with them. I think y'all were here and saw that they are truly heartbroken. And we've not identified the victims. The family just has heard rumor that it's their loved one. And we know a lot of times when they hear those rumors, it's probably true. But we're still waiting long ways from doing a positive identification. We know people know information about this. Anybody that saw this, anybody that knows about it, we want them to call our homicide detectives, or they can call in anonymously to Crime Stoppers. That number is 528-CASH.
Officers, social media is circulating that this could be possible rappers that were shot. Could you confirm that?
No, ma'am. So we've heard that rumor also, but it's way too early in the investigation. We don't have a positive confirmation on anything yet.
What up with it, y'all? It's Coffee. Tapping back in with some updates so you hear the news reports, the police giving their update, and there's this back and forth debate where individuals within law enforcement are like, this was a targeted attack. The city of Memphis is saying this was a targeted attack. They want everyone to know downtown is safe, right? Y'all know the way it goes in a lot of cities, you know what I mean? They don't want tourists or people who want to invest and buy property and stuff like that, thinking that this type of ish is going on in a particular district. It was targeted, you know, like he brought this issue here and he got his issue and is deceased. Like, this has nothing to do with our city. As the police also, you know, have put the footage out to the media got it one way or another. But there's these reports coming out that either someone like the rapper's family or someone from Sauce Walker's camp who had signed Sayso P, 27 years old, man, so young, to DIE, you know, like it wasn't a targeted situation. But you can see the way the footage looks, no words, just pulled up, started firing shots. Sayso was hit multiple times. I think Sauce Walker was only shot once. It's just a wild situation, man, to say the least. And as I pointed out in another video, there's all this blood sacrifice talk, and I get so sick of that, man. Anytime a celebrity, someone they know, an acquaintance, a family member, a significant other, DIEs, yo, it was a blood sacrifice. No kind of evidence to go along with that, and it's just wild and sensitive to the loved ones or people who were close or friends, affiliates, just any kind of relationship with the deceased, to just throw that out there. You know what I mean? The ish is bonkers, but it's always this trending thing online every single time there's a death. And I just say that ish has got to stop. But you see police, you know, they got the make and model of the vehicle. I think they got the plate as well. Will there be any arrests made? Will they solve this case? Will this become one of those, we never figured out who did it? You know, another situation like the Tupac case, right? That was a cold case forever. That took for Keefe D to tell on himself into getting indicted and being in jail. And, you know, another case that was solved recently was with Mo 3. There was already some arrests made, but you see now Yella Beezy in custody. It's a murder for hire situation, allegedly. You know what I mean? Will this case become a case that goes cold? Will it be solved? The police seem to have some leads they're following. Very oftentimes, you know, there's other stuff that the police don't release to the media for investigation's purpose. What will be the outcome of the case? What are y'all thoughts? Once again, RIP, thoughts and prayers out to that, the soul of that young man and his family that's just so young to die. You see some people talking about, yo, he was out here flossing and flashing money and he came back to visit, as saying originally he's from Raleigh, but Memphis was somewhat known as his hometown, or he repped that it was, and you know, he wasn't around that much. But I don't know, did he come back after flossing and some people from back home? Or I guess, like, again, there's the debate if that's actually his hometown or not, but people knew him. You know, is that what it was? Did he come back around? Obviously, we know with social network, it ain't that hard for an individual to get the drop on you unless you're doing the old, like, 6ix9ine and some other cats did, where they didn't post a pic or anything like that until they were well up out of where they were. You know what I mean? But y'all remember the way 6ix9ine did it, though. He did the whole catch me if you can thing, you know, telling LA and the city of Chicago to S a D and all that disrespectful ish, nana boo boo games, as Charleston White would call it. But I don't know, you know, that this man, as I'm not really aware if they were in town to do a show or what exactly was going on, but was he letting social network know that he was back? Is it a case as simple as that someone was mad at him, he made it, and he came back around the way, and he got that issue? Is there more to it? Will arrests be made? All that, only time will tell. But hit the comments with all your thoughts. Sub up, stay tuned for updates and other news stories, other content. As over on this channel, if you're new, we talk about music, sports, and all kinds of ish. So tap in. Thanks for watching. It's Coffee. And I'm up out of here, y'all. Peace.